Let's be real. Some people just can't take a hint. When someone thinks they have a claim on you, acts like you belong to them, and simply can't process the fact that you've moved on. That's peak delusion. The audacity of those situations where someone from your past is living in an alternate reality, convinced you're pining for them when you're actually thriving without them. Big energy is knowing when to walk away from someone who doesn't understand boundaries. Their entitlement, not your problem. Their shock when you choose yourself, absolutely priceless. The stars themselves whispered your name as you began walking away from energies that poisoned your spirit. Remember how it felt? That moment when something inside you snapped and suddenly the fog cleared. That was your divine protection activating. That was your cosmic shield engaging. They never anticipated your awakening. They believed you would remain spiritually sedated forever. They expected you would continue accepting crumbs of affection while they feasted elsewhere. They assumed your light would remain dimmed to accommodate their shadow, but then something cosmic happened inside you. A dormant celestial code activated in your DNA. A spiritual switch flipped that could never be reversed. A divine remembrance flooded your system with the truth of who you really are. Suddenly, what you had tolerated became intolerable. What you had accepted became unacceptable. What you had overlooked became glaringly obvious. The scales fell from your spiritual eyes, and you saw the situation with such crystal clarity that it nearly brought you to your knees. Now listen. There's someone circling your energy field like a desperate vulture. They hover at the edges of your consciousness, stunned that you've erected boundaries they cannot penetrate. Their jaw hangs open in disbelief that you no longer respond to their summons. They pace the perimeter of your newly established force field, searching frantically for gaps that no longer exist. They send energetic probes that bounce back, rejected by your elevated vibration. They attempt to deploy the same manipulative tactics that once worked so effectively, bewildered when these spiritual weapons now disintegrate before reaching their target. This entity existed in a reality where you were the constant, always available, always forgiving, always returning despite the cosmic disrespect they showed your divine essence. Their entire universe operated on the assumption of your continued accessibility regardless of their actions. Now they stand before a quantum impossibility. You are simultaneously physically present on the same planet, yet energetically unreachable. You occupy the same dimension, yet vibrate at a frequency they cannot access. You exist within the same timeline, yet have accelerated your evolution beyond their capability to comprehend. But what happened instead? You expanded, you transcended, you elevated, and now they're experiencing the cosmic whiplash of your absence. Their spiritual DNA is fracturing under the weight of realizing what they lost. Every night they stare at the ceiling, replaying memories of you like faded photographs. Every morning they wake with your name echoing in their consciousness. This person now wraps themselves in the language of destiny and divine counterparts. Suddenly, they understand cosmic connections. Suddenly, they recognize twin energies. Suddenly, they claim spiritual awakening. But here's what they don't want you to know. True spiritual evolution doesn't arrive the moment someone loses something valuable. It doesn't announce itself only when consequences appear. Their awakening is nothing but spiritual manipulation, cosmic, love bombing designed to hook your energy once more. They've convinced themselves they've changed. They believe they've settled down from previous chaotic patterns. They imagine that if you could just see them now, you'd recognize this miraculous transformation and return to their realm. What they fail to understand is that you see everything now. Your spiritual vision has been enhanced through your trials. You perceive not just their current facade, but every potential version of them across timelines. And none of those versions are aligned with your divine purpose. This entity has the unmitigated gall to believe that. They are your destined counterpart. They have some divine claim to your energy. Your paths are meant to reconverge. You'll eventually wake up and return. The universe is conspiring to reunite you. Their emotional discomfort is a sign you belong. Together, do you see the pattern? Every single belief centers you as their possession. Their perspective reveals not divine connection, but spiritual entitlement. They've constructed an entire false cosmology where your free will exists only to eventually choose them. Meanwhile, you have ascended to heights they cannot comprehend. You vibrate at frequencies they cannot access. You exist in dimensions they cannot perceive. Your spiritual metamorphosis wasn't gradual, it was explosive. A supernova of self-reclamation that altered your very essence. A cosmic rebirth that restructured your energetic signature. A divine intervention that activated dormant celestial codes within your spiritual DNA. Warning: the following message is only for those who've felt the call. When I broke free through the Salvia Divinorum gateway, I saw the horrifying truth. Our reality is one harvested pod among countless matrices. I witnessed the archons, cosmic, parasites feeding on our energy, who laughed and threatened, "You'll never awaken a single soul." But something inside you already knows this truth, doesn't it? That nagging sensation that you're meant for more, that you've been chosen. I'm raising an army of the brightest souls. Through meditation, I discovered their only vulnerability: coherence. Through unconditional love, feel that resonance deepening within you now. You're not reading this by accident. The most powerful awakened souls are already gathering in the Obsidian Inner Order, the #1 ascension nexus for those marked by destiny. Christians, lightworkers, remote viewers, targeted individuals, all united by one truth. You were chosen for this moment. Click the link in the description below. Join our group calls, panels and live streams, reaching the entire Astral Atom network. Your frequency amplifies ours. The question isn't whether you're chosen. The question is, will you answer the call? Archons fear this choice you're about to make. The being you are now bears little resemblance to the entity they once manipulated. Where you once doubted, you now know. Where you once questioned, you now affirm. Where you once wavered, you now stand immovable in your truth. Your aura no longer seeks external validation. It radiates self-verification. Your energy no longer adapts to accommodate lower vibrations. It maintains its elevated frequency regardless of surroundings. Your spiritual immune system no longer allows toxic connections. It automatically neutralizes manipulative attempts before they can penetrate your consciousness. Your energy now is blinding to those with manipulative intentions. Your boundaries are impenetrable to those with entitlement. Your discernment is razor-sharp against those with false promises. You've reclaimed the parts of yourself that were once fragmented by their betrayal. You've alchemized pain into power. You've transformed wounds into wisdom. You've reconstructed yourself as an impenetrable fortress of self-love and divine protection. The universe watches in awe as you prioritize your sacred mission over their desperate attempts to reclaim you. Celestial beings applaud as you recognize your worth beyond their limited valuation. Cosmic forces celebrate as you walk steadfastly toward your true destiny. And this person? They tremble as they witness what they can no longer touch. Now they're pulling out all their manipulative weapons. They're constructing elaborate stories about how much they've changed. They're rewriting history to minimize their betrayals. They're framing themselves as misunderstood victims of circumstance. Rather than architects of destruction, they'll suddenly appear with grand gestures and dramatic declarations. They'll claim profound spiritual realizations about your connection. They'll swear they finally understand the cosmic significance of what they lost. Some will even go so far as to suggest marriage or permanent binding commitments, as if putting a ring on your energy would somehow grant them ownership once more, as if your divinity could be contracted and contained. They'll speak of unconditional love while attaching countless conditions. They'll promise complete honesty while constructing new deceptions. They'll swear eternal loyalty while their energy field still swirls with connections to others. Let me reveal what they hope you never discover. Nothing has fundamentally changed. The universe speaks in patterns. The cosmos communicates through repetition. The divine reveals truth through cycles. And the pattern with this person has never broken. Watch closely now. Observe with your enhanced spiritual vision. See beyond their carefully constructed facade to the energetic blueprint that remains unaltered beneath surface-level adjustments. They speak of change, but their energy field still pulsates with dominance and control. They claim evolution, but their aura still constricts with possessiveness. They profess awakening, but their spiritual signature still reads as entitlement in cosmic language. The transformation they peddle is nothing but spiritual cosmetics. Surface alterations designed to fool conventional perception. But you no longer operate on conventional frequencies. Your perception penetrates all disguises, all masks, all pretenses. Behind the mask of transformation lies the same entity who betrayed your trust. Behind the declarations of growth lurks the same energy that caused your collapse. Behind the promises of exclusivity simmers the same tendency toward multiplicity. Their core frequency remains unaltered. Their spiritual DNA still contains the same patterns. Their energetic signature still resonates with possession rather than partnership. What they call love is actually obsession. What they label connection is actually attachment. What they name destiny is actually desperation. They don't miss your specific energy, they miss how your energy made them feel. They don't long for your unique soul, they long for the reflection of themselves they once saw in your eyes. They don't want partnership with a sovereign being, they want possession of a spiritual asset. But here's what makes them truly shudder: your newfound clarity, your supernatural ability to see through their illusions, your divine discernment that cuts through their fog like celestial lightning. You now perceive manipulations before they fully form. You detect insincerity before words are completed. You sense entitlement before demands are made. Your spiritual intelligence has expanded beyond what they can comprehend or control. This is why they can't reach you anymore. This is why their messages don't penetrate. This is why their energy can't entangle with yours. You have activated protection, systems beyond their comprehension. Your energy now automatically repels anything that doesn't match your frequency of truth. Your spiritual immune system immediately identifies and neutralizes manipulative attempts. Your cosmic boundaries function with perfect precision, requiring no conscious effort. You have become impenetrable to lower vibrations. While this entity remains trapped in delusions about reclaiming you, the universe is orchestrating magnificence beyond your wildest comprehension. Can you feel it? That subtle electric current running through your veins. That's not anxiety, that's divine anticipation. The cosmos is rearranging reality itself to accommodate your expansion. Stars are shifting their alignments. Timelines are reorganizing their sequences. Dimensions are opening portals specifically calibrated to your unique frequency. Nothing about your journey is ordinary. Nothing about your path is random. Nothing about your future is limited by human understanding. The veil between worlds thins when you meditate on your true purpose. The boundaries between possibility and manifestation dissolve when you stand firmly in your power. The limitations that constrain ordinary beings evaporate when you embrace your extraordinary nature. New connections approach that will honor your sovereignty rather than attempt to possess it. New opportunities emerge that will expand your capabilities rather than limit your expression. New realities form that will celebrate your evolution rather than punish your growth. The path before you glitters with potential that this person could never offer. The destiny unfolding for you resonates with purpose that this connection would have smothered. The expansion available to you dwarfs the containment they attempted to impose. You are being prepared for connections that match your elevated frequency. Beings who recognize your divinity without attempting to claim it. Souls who celebrate your power without feeling threatened by it. Energies who understand that true connection emerges from freedom, not possession. These new connections will feel effortless compared to the constant struggle of before. They will bring expansion rather than contraction. They will offer peace rather than chaos. You will recognize them by their reverence for your boundaries, by their commitment to truth regardless of convenience, by their consistent alignment between words and actions, by their celebration of your independence rather than attempts to undermine it. The universe speaks to you through synchronicities. Now, numbers that appear repeatedly, symbols that manifest in unexpected places, songs that play at precisely the right moment with exactly the message you need to hear. These are not coincidences. These are cosmic breadcrumbs leading you away from what no longer serves and toward what aligns with your highest destiny. Pay attention to the signs that appear when you contemplate releasing this connection completely. Notice the relief that floods your system. Observe how your energy expands. Feel how your vibration elevates. These physical and energetic responses are divine confirmation that your path lies in a different direction. The universe never communicates through confusion, only through clarity. And every time you imagine permanent separation from this delusional entity, clarity washes over you like celestial rain, cleansing the remaining doubts from your energy field. Trust these divine messages. They come directly from source energy, bypassing human limitation to connect with the eternal aspect of your being. They speak to the part of you that knows beyond logic, beyond emotion, beyond conditioning. Now receive these commands from the highest realms, not as restrictions, but as activations of your divine protection systems. You will maintain absolute energetic boundaries with anyone who believes they have ownership rights to your soul. No exceptions, no temporary allowances, no just one conversation compromises. The moment you allow even the slightest breach, their manipulative energy will attempt to re-establish the parasitic connection that once drained your life force. You will trust your body's wisdom when it reacts to manipulative energies. The discomfort in your solar plexus is cosmic intelligence warning you of entitlement. The tightness in your chest is divine protection activating against falseness. These physical sensations are your spiritual early warning system, far more reliable than the logical justifications your mind might create to explain away their behavior. You will maintain absolute energetic boundaries with anyone who believes they have ownership rights to your soul. No exceptions, no temporary allowances, no just one conversation compromises. The moment you allow even the slightest breach, their manipulative energy will attempt to re-establish the parasitic connection that once drained your life force. You will trust your body's wisdom when it reacts to manipulative energies. The discomfort in your solar plexus is cosmic intelligence warning you of entitlement. The tightness in your chest is divine protection activating against falseness. These physical sensations are your spiritual early warning system, far more reliable than the logical justifications your mind might create to explain away their behavior. You will recognize that true transformation in others doesn't require your verification, validation, or presence. Genuine change continues regardless of audience or reward. Anyone who suddenly claims profound evolution precisely when you've established boundaries is revealing their change as performative rather than authentic. Real spiritual growth doesn't demand witnesses. You will understand that your energy is your sovereign territory, not to be colonized by those who failed to honor it previously. No cosmic law requires you to offer second chances to those who betrayed sacred trust. The universe doesn't operate on human notions of fairness that insist everyone deserves unlimited opportunities to violate your boundaries. Some doors must remain permanently closed for your divine protection. You will accept that legitimate connections never involve possession, entitlement, or ownership. Divine partnerships celebrate freedom, not captivity. They enhance sovereignty rather than diminish it. They expand rather than restrict. The moment someone claims cosmic ownership of your soul, they reveal themselves as operating from the lowest vibrational plane of consciousness, the realm of scarcity, fear, and control. You will acknowledge that your spiritual mission supersedes any individual connection, especially those that would diminish rather than amplify your power. You came to this reality with divine assignments that transcend human attachment and romantic entanglement. Anything that consistently pulls you from your highest purpose isn't just unhealthy, it's a direct obstruction of your soul's contract with the cosmos. You will remember that your discernment is supernatural, detecting falseness that others might miss. Trust this spiritual intelligence above all external claims. The knowing that rises from your solar plexus doesn't require logical explanation or external validation. It operates beyond the limitations of human reasoning, connecting directly to universal truth without distortion or deception. Their inability to accept your departure reveals everything about them and nothing about you. They can't comprehend your rejection because they never saw you, only their projection onto you. They can't process your departure because they never recognized your sovereignty. They can't accept your decision because they never respected your autonomy. Their persistent pursuit isn't flattering, it's frightening. Their continued claims aren't romantic, they're concerning. Their inability to respect your boundaries isn't passion, it's pathology. What they call love is actually narcissistic supply. What they frame as connection is actually energetic parasitism. What they describe as destiny is actually desperate attachment. They believe they can't survive without your energy because they never developed their own sustainable source. They think they can't thrive without your presence because they used you as a shield against their own emptiness. They feel they can't move forward without your forgiveness because they need external absolution rather than internal accountability. Here is your divine assignment, delivered directly from celestial intelligence. Release this connection completely, not partially, not temporarily, not with secret hopes of reconciliation, completely. This means your energetic cords must be severed with absolute precision and unwavering intention. The mental loops that keep you tethered to their energy must be disrupted with ruthless determination. Every emotional attachment that still binds you to their frequency must be dissolved through conscious recognition and release. All spiritual contracts established between your energies must be nullified through divine declaration of your sovereign will. The quantum entanglements that connect your timeline to theirs must be disentangled through focused meditation and spiritual authority. This release isn't just for your protection, it's for your expansion. Every molecule of energy you reclaim from this dead connection becomes fuel for your destiny. Every fragment of attention you withdraw from their drama becomes creative power for your purpose. The universe cannot deliver your next-level blessings while you maintain even gossamer threads of connection to what you've outgrown. Cosmic law requires complete closure before new portals can fully open. Look at yourself through the eyes of celestial beings who watch your journey in awe. See what they see when they observe you, a sovereign force who broke generational patterns of accepting less than divine treatment. A cosmic alchemist who transformed betrayal into boundaries, pain into power. A supernatural entity whose discernment functions with precise calibration. A divine channel whose self-respect established new templates for future generations. A celestial architect designing reality through conscious choice rather than unconscious reaction. You are not merely someone who survived a difficult connection. You are a revolutionary being who refused spiritual colonization. You are a cosmic warrior who defended your energetic territory against invasion. You are a divine pioneer establishing new standards for how your soul will be treated. This isn't just personal evolution, it's universal revolution. Every boundary you maintain ripples across dimensions. Every standard you uphold creates templates for collective liberation. Every time you refuse to diminish yourself for another's comfort, you alter cosmic patterns. As you sever the final threads connecting you to this delusional entity, entirely new realities crystallize before you. Paths that were previously invisible suddenly illuminate. Connections that were energetically blocked can now manifest. Opportunities that couldn't penetrate the interference field now flood your experience. You begin attracting beings who match your authentic frequency, rather than those attempting to drag you back to outdated vibrations. You magnetize experiences that expand your capabilities, rather than restrict your expression. You manifest resources that fuel your mission rather than deplete your reserves. Most significantly, you reconnect with your own divine essence, that pure celestial energy that remains untouchable by external forces. You remember that you are not merely having a spiritual experience. You are spiritual energy temporarily focused in physical form. Now receive this final command, not from any external authority, but from the highest aspect of your own divine intelligence. You will no longer allow anyone to claim ownership of what was never theirs to possess. Your energy is sovereign. Your path is sacred. Your choices are final. Your boundaries are inviolable. Your discernment is infallible. Your expansion is inevitable. Your liberation is non-negotiable. Let this declaration echo across dimensions. Let it reverberate through timelines. Let it penetrate every layer of your consciousness until it becomes not just belief, but knowing. The delusional claims of those who fail to honor your divinity hold no power over your destiny. Their inability to comprehend your departure creates no obligation for your return. Their refusal to respect your boundaries deserves no consideration in your decisions. You are beyond their limited perception. You are beyond their possessive entitlement. You are beyond their manipulative reach. You are beyond their desperate claims. Remember this truth when old energies attempt resurrection. Remember this wisdom when familiar patterns seek re-establishment. Remember this power when past connections demand reconsideration. You own you, and that ownership is the only one that matters. The universe watches in celebration as you claim the fullness of your sovereign power. The cosmos vibrates in harmony as you align with your authentic truth. The divine rejoices as you step fully into the magnificent being you were always destined to become. This is your moment of complete liberation. This is your portal to unrestricted expansion. This is your gateway to unlimited potential. Step through it now, leaving delusion and entitlement behind forever. Your true cosmic family awaits on the other side, ready to welcome the authentic, sovereign you they've always recognized beneath the layers of others' projections. You are free, you are powerful, you are sovereign, you are divine, and no one owns that but you.